looking in the wrong place. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna tackle the topic of veganism. Oh my god, veganism, not again. I don't care. Veganism is something very close to my heart, so I'm gonna talk about it. In this video, I'm not trying to convince you to become a vegan or gonna make you feel bad about eating meat. It's your choice. But I do want to tell you about my journey, and I want to give you some tips if you wanna try the vegan diet. And I also want you to know the consequences that animal-based foods can have on you and the environment. Dark skin girls, your skin just like pearls. I love Beyonce. So, let's start at the very beginning. When I was a little Ainy, I was always very, very fond of animals. Little Ainy had her animal homies. When the day came and little Ainy found out that the meat on the plate belongs to an animal that I found so cute, watching them on the field, grazing, minding their own business, and bam, their ass lands on my plate. I ain't having it. Story time. I'm taking you back to Croatia, 2005. I don't really know. Me and my family used to go on vacation in Croatia every summer because my auntie's from there. Anyways, we were invited to a big family gathering, and we were kind of like the special guests because we came from a different country, blah 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 blah. And for this special occasion, they were roasting a goat, like a whole goat, not like just pieces of a goat, the whole goat. Since we were the special guests, they gave us the head on a silver platter. Yes, you heard right, the head of the goat, and boom, on our table. And me, as like a really animal loving child, I was shook. I started crying, I started gagging. I don't know, I was really not in a good place. And this, my friends, was the day that I decided to become a vegetarian and don't eat anything that has a face. However, I was still eating eggs and dairy, but that also faded away because I never really liked eggs, like in any form. And dairy, like drinking a glass of milk, literally made me sick in my stomach. I had no problem cutting it out. It was just like always, your family is used to certain foods and they cook a certain way, and then a little rebellious teenager comes along and ruins all the cooking plans. Oh yes, I faced some resistance, but I didn't care. I'm fine eating potatoes, mommy. Give me them potatoes and the broccoli. I'm fine with that. So yeah, there went the milk, the eggs, but the cheese. Everyone loves some good old cheese. Cheese. But why do we love cheese so much? Let me tell you why. Here I'm gonna refer to a video that helped me with my decision to completely cut animal products out of my diet. The video is called "What the Dairy Industry Doesn't Want You to Know." It's a talk by Dr. Neal Barnard. He basically explains why cheese is so addictive and is actually pretty bad for your body. Okay, some facts about cheese. You have to understand that cheese is mainly fat, 70% to be precise. And fat in food stores as fat in your body. Cheese and all other animal products don't have any fiber, which makes it dangerous to overeat. What is fiber, you may ask? It is a plant roughage that basically does a really good job at filling you up without taking away nutritional benefits that vegetables have or any other plant that you can eat. Okay, next thing. Why is cheese so addictive? Dr. Barnard explained it really well in the video, but I'm just gonna try to sum it up. So basically, cheese contains a chemical substance, casomorphins, which is chemically in the same class as heroin. What? Yeah, let that sink in. It works like a drug. Damn. So why is this thing in the cheese or any other dairy product, making us addicted to it. This is where nature comes in. So you have a baby cow and you have a baby mama cow. The baby mama cow produces milk, which contains everything a little baby cow needs: fat, protein, water, some hormones, and a little bit of feel good. The baby cow needs all of these things to grow. And this little bit of feel good, its casomorphin, makes sure that the baby cow wants to get some good mama cow booby action. It keeps coming back to the teat and gets that good milk to grow and become strong and healthy. It's a good thing. Once you're grown up, you don't need this anymore. However, in all the cheese products, dairy products, these hormones are still in there, making you act like a little baby cow, wanting more and more. However, that's why we're addicted to cheese. And that's why it's so hard to give it up. But I'm telling you out of experience, once you cut it out of your diet for, like, let's say, just try it for a month, it's kind of like you're on rehab from all the things that you're addicted to in your daily diet. Dr. Barnard also talks about how the food industry purposely triggers cheese craving. You can just watch the video. I will link it in the description below. And yeah, just check it out. So once I cut out all the dairy products and animal products, I also started to see some drastic changes in my health. I was struggling with gastritis. It's like a condition in the stomach, makes the stomach hurt if you eat the wrong things, if you're a little bit stressed. It's not that nice. I also had hyperpigmentation, hormonal imbalance in your body, which in my case caused some itchy, dark patches in my face, which basically looked like I came out of a fight. Since I'm not a big fan of makeup, I just had to rock my hyperpigmentation marks. Once I stopped eating dairy products, everything disappeared. Like my skin, as you can see, it's not that bad. Also, my hay fever got significantly better. Okay, so now the dairy products are gone, the meat is gone, the eggs are gone. And here comes the $1,000,000 question. Where do you get your protein from? Beans, greens, potatoes, tomato, legumes, tofu, tempeh, nuts, and seeds. This is just a small list of plant-based sources where you can get your protein from. I'm not gonna go deeper into that topic, but this is really one of the biggest misconceptions, that you're gonna miss protein on a plant-based diet. It's just not true. However, let me tell you one thing. If you switch to a vegan diet, you can't just switch from a normal sausage to a vegan sausage, but do switch from a normal sausage to vegan sausage and think you're healthy. This is not how it works, people. Mock meat and other meat and dairy substitutes contain a lot of stuff to imitate the texture and flavor of real meat. So they put a lot of salt, fat, everything to enhance the similarity to meat. If you could just stop craving animal corpses. The overall goal of a plant-based diet is to have as little as possible processed foods in it. What are processed foods? Basically, processed foods are foods that have been changed from their original form. The goal is to eat as much food as possible in their original form. I know that veganism is kind of a trend right now, and also the food industry hopped on that train, and they sell a lot of vegan options and versions of their original products. But be aware of the vegan junk food trap. Yes, I know it sounds scary. Always read the nutritional information at the back of the product you purchased. If you don't know it, don't eat it. If you want processed food, process it yourself. For example, if you want a cake and you bake it yourself, trust me, you would put a lot less stuff in there than in a cake that you would buy in the store. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If you buy, for example, soy yogurt or soy milk, that's still processed. But processed is not necessarily bad. It gets bad if they refine it and strip it away from all their nutritional benefits, or if they add stuff to it to make it tasty. most of the time salt or fat, and then it also doesn't make it that healthy anymore. So just because the label says it's vegan, it's not necessarily healthy. Last but not least, the environment. I know I don't want to be the stereotypical vegan defender, but there are just some facts that you can't ignore. Eating a vegan diet cuts your carbon footprint by almost 70%, and meat, beef in particular, makes a gigantic, ginormous contribution to the greenhouse gas emissions. It devours land and water that we could use to grow some nice vegetables to feed the people on this earth. Even if they say this meat was produced eco-friendly and biological and ecological and I don't know, whatever, it still produces more greenhouse gases than any other plant-based protein. Because 80%, imagine, the world is quite big, 80% of the planet's farmland is used for livestock. But then you have the very dedicated vegan critics that say, but soybeans take up so much farmland, especially in the Amazon and other places in South America. Yes, that's true. But 90% of the soybean harvest is used to feed livestock, and only 1% is used to make food for humans. If we can cut the middleman, or in this case, the middle animal, if we would use all the beans to feed humans instead of feeding the beans to the animals and then eating the animals, we could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Also, adding to this, if you go to the supermarket and buy all the tropical fruits, but you live in Europe, and yes, you're also contributing to damaging and polluting the environment. I mean, we're all guilty of that. I am too. The most important thing is that you try your best to at least contribute a little bit and make smart and conscious choices. What is the takeaway of this? For me, it's like a basic instinct to respect all living beings on this planet, not just your pet. How can you have a pet dog and then eat a baby pig or a baby cow? For me, it doesn't make sense, but I do get that people are used to certain foods. They're maybe not aware where it comes from or how it gets on their plate. This argument always comes along. We were hunters back in the days, so our bodies are made to eat meat. I'm always thinking, okay, if we're hunters, and I know a lot of people are some serious couch potatoes that couldn't hunt anything. If we were to kill an animal ourselves, I think 80%, maybe more, couldn't even do it. So this argument for me is a bit meh. And let me repeat that again. Eating a well-balanced, low-fat, as little as possible processed vegan diet is good for you and it is good for the environment. And again, I don't want to convince anyone. I just want to talk about what convinced me and the experiences I made. So far, I only had good experiences with being vegan. And I also know that especially if your family and your surrounding, your friends are used to eating a certain way, don't let them discourage you. Just do your thing if you're convinced of it. And eat your vegetables, baby. Again, I don't want to tell anyone what to do. It's all your choice. However, I think we can make some more conscious choices. You don't have to turn vegan overnight. You don't have to turn vegan at all. Just consider not eating meat every day, 3 times a day maybe. Get some vegetables. Don't forget your dark leafy greens and replenish your beautiful body. Make your skin glow. Make your digestive system be like, hell yes, I've been waiting for this for a long time. And don't go to McDonald's. I never said that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what else you want me to talk about. I see you next time. Ainy